Alexander Cabot here. How you doing, guys? With Lady Rhea's Candle Magic class here in Clifton, New Jersey, yes, Botanica San Lazaro, with her safety measure candle burning information for all to see. Let's go and see.
So the reason about fire safety is it's still a candle. And the gods don't want you to lose your home for a spell. So I'm always going to tell people be safe, and there's a lot of different ways of being safe. One of the things is that these candles, you see how I have a cardboard here? That's because these candles come out of the glass. They're a giant 7-day votive. When they burn strange. See, this candle is poured. So the heat stays within, the wax is contained within the glass. There's a difference. When this burns, this will get a clear layer of wax right away. This thing is dripping all over the place. And then sometimes they pull inwards. And people have to learn. If your pull-out candle is pulling inwards, you have to pick it up and start tilting it around like this so that the wax starts falling down the sides and it has burn room. But because it's not adhered to the glass, it doesn't heat up the same way as this does, so therefore they burn differently, very differently. Once it gets to about midway here, it catches against the glass, it spreads out, it swells. And then it starts burning where you get a clear layer of wax. The other thing with these candles is the black is a very dense color dye, and often it will never really clearly catch and burn the same way this will, the other lighter colors. So there are issues, and another issue is if you're feeding inside the glass, at the bottom, it's going to get hot because those herbs and whatever you put in the bottom is going to heat up. And when it heats up, it's going to start a fire.
Yeah.
Big problem. But if it's in a bowl and it goes on fire, who cares? It busts, it goes out. Here's a problem. So I've had a lot of experiences with different clients and myself having had candle accidents. The candle went down to the bottom and it started to burn. Instead of the client taking the plate, lighting it, she picked it up. It backdrafted out, burnt 75% of her face.
Ooh.
It wasn't even my candle, she made it herself, but she put too much in the bottom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that caught fire. She had honey, she had sugar, she had flour, she had too hot. So when a candle starts to burn uncontrollably, the first thing you do is lit it and keep the lid on. Even if you see it went out, keep the lid on. Smoke is going to be coming out of there and it blackens up your arm. So keep the lid on. Another problem people make is that when they go to blow out the candle or turn off the candle, and it's one of these, okay, and it's down here, and instead of lighting it, they might grab it.
It's
They
hot.
grab it, they try to move it from one space to another, which is stupid. It spills out, burns all her hands. Do not burn candles where you have a lot of things hanging, like where I have my candle altars in my reading room. We had a short curtain in the top window. And when I looked at that curtain, I said, okay. So I moved all the candles down a level. When I redid the window dressings, I said, I don't want anything hanging. So the guy took scarves and he wrapped them around the post, so there's a beautiful scarf up there, like a window treatment. I don't want anything hanging because you can't trust a candle. It can burst here. What if it bursts here and then flames go up. Or another friend of mine had too many things near her altar. One of the things fell over, hit the candle, and she had a fire. Another thing that people do a lot of lambadas, lamps. I love lamps. I don't teach them because I find them very dangerous. Lamps are where you take a good sturdy copa glass, okay, and they fill it with stones, some herbs, charms, and then oil. Pure corn oil. Then they could add like a domination oil, come to me oil, different little perfume oils. They add that too. And then they get a floating wick, or they get algodon cotton. They twirl it. They create a wick that they sit inside and they leave it lit. Very dangerous, because as that oil goes down and it hits those herbs or anything that's in there that's paper, you have a problem. You have a major fire. Burning oils or burning candles, the other thing is, do not use water if you have to put it out. Water spreads it. You need things like baking soda, sand, salt. Any kind of an oil fire, you need something that smothers. Like I said, plate. Most people don't believe in blowing out their candles anyway. My teacher taught me, if you can blow out your magic, you never had any. It's a matter of mentalism. All of this, the key to everything here is mentalism. In mentalism, we're talking to Oshun, we're contacting the deity. She hears us. They see the work, they come to it. But then again, it's all on the mental plane. The more mentalism we put into the creative visualization of something, the greater the spell, the greater the work, the greater the outcome. Do not ignore your candles. In other words, some people like to put them in the sink when they're going to work because they don't want to out them. I tell them that's silly, just out them. Yeah. Because guess what? When you come back home and you have to relight it, you're thinking about your magic. The candle is just continually going, and you're walking by it. After a while, you're really ignoring your spell.
Yeah.
I like outing them and then relighting them. And here's the problem. Getting inside of the glass, once the candle is down to a certain level, either people have to have big matches, or barbecue sticks, or those long lighters. I'm Italian, I use spaghetti.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm so serious. Dry spaghetti. You light it, tilt the candle on its side, stick the spaghetti in and light your candle. So you always have a way, if you just keep a box of dry spaghetti, you can light your candles. But definitely, really for candle safety measures, out them. Put them in a bowl of water, even if you don't want to add herbs or any other thing. Water. Water is life. Water is the first thing that gave us life. Put the candle in the life. And then everybody said to me, oh, but when you write the letter of intention, you put it in the bowl and you add everything, it gets wet. I said, and you think that that erased it? It's an intention. Nothing erases it. Another thing, see, like the candle I light for you, this has a lot of oil. See that? Okay. This more than anything should go in a bowl of water. A lot of times too much oil in here makes the wax get very hot and they bust. Because the tempered glass can only hold but so much heat. And even though I like this, I've seen them where they take a nail and they drive a hole, or an ice pick, and they drive a hole into the candle on the top, and then pour the oil so the oil goes into the valleys, the holes, and then it gets too hot. And that's when you get it. Another thing, I've watched people add perfume. No. No. And no. Perfume is incendiary. Do not add perfume is for dry herbs, not for candles. I've watched a woman spraying perfume around a candle. Oh, please stop! Oh, I love it, the candle. No. You could spray perfume in the air, not near the candle, because it's an incendiary. It's going to go up.